Hey, get out of here, Outriders. This isn't the time for that. Or is it? I guess we'll see. Today we are live reacting to a surprise Indie World showcase that Nintendo's doing. They announced this yesterday. They're like, tomorrow we will do an Indie World showcase. I'm like, another last minute Nintendo Direct announcement that, oh, wait, I'm available that day. All right, cool. So we're doing a live reaction. Um, So, just a reminder of what Indie Showcase means. It is indie games. We are not getting an announcement of the rumored Switch Pro. We are not getting the next. We're not getting information on Breath of the Wild 2 or the next Metroid game. We're not getting. Well, I'm not going to say definitively, but we're probably not getting any Smash Bros. News. There are two. There are still two fighters left to be revealed, and could be something from an indie game. Maybe they'll have some sort of collab thing, but I highly doubt it. I think this is just a collection of indie games. They've done this um, countless times before, so we know what we're getting with the Indie World Showcase. But don't have your expectations too high. What will be surprising is like popular indie games on other platforms that might not have made the switch over to Switch, unintended pun, that we might be getting here. So there might be some surprise games. Like we've had Fall Guys in the past before when they were independent. Now they're owned by Epic. And yeah, so I'm excited to see what we will get, what future games, because we don't know a whole lot about what games are on the horizon for the Switch. I mean, there's a few games, but they've been, like Nintendo's been keeping things pretty tightly wrapped, and it's not limited to their own first party games. I mean, a lot of third party stuff or indie stuff, we just don't know, and maybe they're saying, because Nintendo has this policy for the Switch when the Switch first came out, and I think they've said this in interviews. Basically, they want the first reveal, even if it's a multi-platform game. If they're the ones to reveal it first, because people have in that mindset, oh, this is a Switch game, so they're more likely to purchase it on the Switch. I think that's what their mindset is. So a lot of these indie games, Nintendo might have like some that sort of, it's not an exclusivity deal, but it's some sort of agreement or arrangement. So they would say, you know, don't announce your game yet. Wait till we can put together an indie world showcase a bunch of games. We're going to announce your game coming to Switch. Then you can announce it for other platforms and everything. But we want everybody to know first that it's coming to Switch. So it's a little bit different than other console manufacturers' approaches, and it's interesting because you see each of the major three hardware manufacturers, who also publish and develop the games and everything. They have their own mindset. Like each has their own unique mindset on how to tackle, game sales towards their specific platform. So that's Nintendo's approach. Xbox has the first, better, or best approach, which is it'll come, which is how they're explaining the Bethesda thing. So we want the games to come onto our platform first. Might be console timed exclusive, or they'll perform better on our platform, or best on our platform, based on the Series X hardware, or through the cloud or through Game Pass. That's their mindset. I think Sony's just a little bit more traditional in that sense. So they're the only ones holding on to traditional forms of sort of exclusivity, and saying like we have the best exclusive games. They're only available on PlayStation, and we want to sign deals with other publishers or developers saying like your game is exclusive to us. They still do the time exclusive. They might do console exclusives, just outright full exclusive. They might do exclusive content, like in the case of Marvel's Avengers, where you're getting that Spider-Man DLC. every time I put on my hat, like it looks to my eyes, it looks straight, and then on camera, it looks like I'm wearing it slanted. I don't mean to, like, and it just never looks right on my camera. I don't like my hair today, so that's why I'm wearing a hat. So the indie showcase should be starting in any moment. So we will see. We got 1 minute left. Oh, it should be starting like now. So yeah, here we go. Oh, RP to M. So we get some mature games. This is the same intro that they've had for all their directs and showcases. COVID-19. Powerpuff Girls. So let me lower the volume.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to.
So they're starting off with a
My
Powerpuff Girls
name's
game.
Ted.
And I'm Elise.
Makes sense because
and
there's
we're
that
here to
movie or
check out
TV
a
show or
fresh
whatever,
selection of indie
live action
games
one coming out.
to the Nintendo Switch system.
There are lots of great games out there, and we're here to help you find your next favorites. So let's get started.
Hey, it's me, Alex. I'm okay. I met this girl, this boy, loser, at the diner, at the gas station, in the mountains. They were hitchhiking, driving. They were escaping to the border. Looking for someone called Zoe, John, Jared, Sonia. And running from the police, running from some bad guys. They helped me, played games with me. They stole my money. And they made me realize that I have to come back home. I have to make my own way to help the brigades.
Very tiny laptop.
Where am I? Road 13, Road 42, Road 67, Road 96.
From Omen, digital art.
Ici DigixArt, studio indé du sud de la France. On est heureux de vous annoncer que notre nouveau jeu sortira sur Nintendo Switch.
Road 96 est un jeu narratif et procédural inspiré par les road movies des années 90. C'était un super défi de vous raconter une histoire en commençant par n'importe quel morceau et on est très content de la forme que ça a pris.
On a mis tout ce qu'on aime dans les road trips, des émotions fortes, des surprises à chaque tournant. Ce jeu, c'est des souvenirs de voyage qu'on a créés juste pour vous.
Où on vous emmène, personne ne le sait, car votre chemin vous appartient.
On espère que ce premier aperçu de Road 96 vous plaira.
I'm excited to see where these roads lead in this
DigixArt.
procedural story-driven game from DigixArt. Take on the roles of different
I
teenagers
have my notepad out.
and hit the open road for a path to freedom.
On this perilous trip, you'll meet characters from all walks of life and learn their intertwining stories. Some folks may help you out, others might impede your journey. With thousands of
What was this
potential
called? Road
paths to take,
96?
the decisions you make, both big and small, can drastically alter your experience. What happens if you take the bus?
Take it easy.
Or call a taxi? In the end,
I like the music.
all roads have to lead somewhere.
You're not lying, are you?
There are many roads. Which one will you take? Road 96 drives onto Nintendo Switch later this year.
Hi, I'm Neil. I go by Aerial Knight Online, and I'm the creator and developer of Aerial Knights Never Yield, a narrative runner that captures the spirit of classic games in the genre, but with a few new features and a lot of style. I created this game in Detroit to make space for myself in the game industry. Which
Oh,
previously
they made a
refused to
game
make
with
space
Elijah
for me.
Wood,
To
DigixArt.
help with some of my amazing
11/11
friends who created
memories
something
were
that represents
told.
Much more. I'm proud to announce that Aerial Knights Never Yield will be coming to Nintendo Switch, which means you can free run your way to victory to the beat of a dope soundtrack
Lost in
at
Harmony.
home or on the go.
I'm not familiar with any of these
Please
games.
enjoy this look.
They've won awards, I
at
guess.
Aerial Knights Never Yield.
Alright, this is cool too. He said narrative runner. Is it an endless runner? I'm not so much a fan of those.
Bringing it back in full effect to the next. Running with the best, never missing a step.
I like the art style and music.
Stay fresh, I finesse, I progress with no stress. In and out the city, I get busy, they can't get me, I can't be stopped. I'm on top 100%, I'm giving it all I got. It's on lock, I'm gon' rock. Let's roll, they know, rain, snow. Nothing gonna get in the way, I just go.
Never Yield. Or Aerial Knights Never Yield.
I gotta say, this definitely isn't your typical runner. A 3D side scroller with parkour action set in a futuristic Tokyo-style Detroit? Sign me up.
Run, jump, slide, and dash through the city as the protagonist Wally to save what's left of the future. And you'll no doubt be head bopping to the amazing soundtrack by Detroit artist Daniel Wilkins, with vocals from artists around the world.
Aerial Knights Never Yield slides onto Nintendo Switch May 19th. A demo will be available on Nintendo eShop.
From Head Up. I've heard of Head Up. Oh, there's a demo later today.
Annapurna Interactive,
I'll try it out.
publisher of Florence and What Remains of Edith Finch, have a couple more artistic gems headed to Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look.
Jack.
I know those games are like
We have to
very
face the
popular.
facts here.
I
We
don't
aren't ever
know if I've ever
gonna
been
be the
interested in
same
them though.
again.
Why are you only speaking to me and not the others?
The music choices so far,
I bent over
I'm loving them.
keep this family together, but what can I do with this?
This is mental! Dad! You've been playing me.
Also visuals and music. Alright, so far, first 3 games, top notch. Last Stop. Called Last Stop?
How
Hindsight.
do you know what to keep
Last Stop and
and what to
Hindsight.
get rid of? There's some things that I can't let go. They transport me to the past, to distant memories, and dreams that cascade into one another. Before I know it, I'm pulled back to the present. Standing here, alone.
There are a lot of games being announced tonight about disabilities.
Last Stop arrives on Nintendo Switch July 2021. Hindsight comes to Nintendo Switch later this year.
They both look
On behalf
interesting.
of everyone here at Roll7, I'm stoked to announce our next title. Our new game is a vibrant
Roll
action
7.
platformer taking you on a journey across the island of Radland on a quest to meet the legendary skate gods. Skateboarding is a sport and an art form with so much space for creativity and expression, and that's something we really
Skateboarding
wanted to capture
platformer?
in our new game. We're embracing the weird, wonderful, and diverse sides of skateboarding in a game that's all about going on a road trip with your friends, finding crazy spots, and of course, skating everything in sight. The team have put a lot of love into this project, and we're really excited to share it with you. So without further ado, here's a look at Ollie Ollie World.
The latest title in the
Yeah.
Ollie Ollie series from Roll7 is
I know
just
that these
off
are
the
like
rails.
generally
Tear
well
up the
reviewed,
streets
but
of
I
Radland and search for the mystical skate gods on your quest for
I don't
Nirvana
I guess
in this slick
I don't know.
action
I've never
action
tried
pack.
them,
The
so I
developers
guess I
have
don't
created
know.
a silky smooth
But I don't
gameplay
really have an
experience
interest in
with
like
super tight
skateboarding games that are
controls
side
and level design
scrollers, you
that
know?
flows with your combos. There are so many tricks to master that even a legendary skater would tremble.
There's no need to aim for precision all the time, though. Down for a more chilled out experience? Explore multiple paths through the game's levels. Along the way, you'll get to meet colorful characters, take on quirky side quests, and discover all the hidden secrets of this weird and gorgeous skating utopia. Ride through Radland in Ollie Ollie World, launching on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Hallo, ich bin Anselm Püter von Studio Seufz aus Deutschland. Vor etwa 9 Jahren.
To be honest, I thought at first this guy was getting a haircut.
Ein
Like
alter
he's in the
König
middle of
legte
getting
sich
a
nämlich dort
haircut.
zur Ruhe und bat seinen Diener, ihn
I
aufzuwecken,
thought he
sobald die
had
Zeit
the,
gekommen ist.
he's all
Ich
black.
fand diese Geschichte so faszinierend, dass ich unbedingt ein Videospiel davon machen wollte, wo man 400 Tage
I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying, I'm sorry.
Und einige Jahre lang war dieses Spiel mein Herzensprojekt, weil ich herausfinden wollte, wie man Zeit als Spielmechanik verwenden kann, um diese Geschichte zu erzählen. Ich hoffe, ihr werdet alle Spaß haben, jetzt The Longing auf der Nintendo Switch zu spielen.
The longing. Ooh. Oh my god. Again, love the art style. No. Don't.
This hand-drawn art style, I've never seen anything like it. And wow, 400 days in real time?
You don't actually have to play this adventure game to see how it ends. But that doesn't mean you should leave this little guy all alone. This is a shade, the last servant of a
You don't have to
king
play the
who
game to
once
see how it
ruled
ends.
An underground kingdom. Explore dark caves, complete time-based puzzles, and collect items as you long for him to awake.
Oh, there's a 400-day
The
counter.
longing comes to Nintendo Switch later today.
How does that work?
What's our next game?
There is no game.
I'm so curious on how that game works.
Right, Ben?
No, really. The game is actually called There Is No Game. It's a point-and-click comedy adventure filled with riddles and puzzles. There's a broader story here in this non-game as well. Let's not ruin the fun.
We need more
Just
comedy
know
games.
this. If you're looking for something different,
There has been a
something
surge,
experimental,
a resurgence of
then look
comedic
no
games
There is no game
since
long
like the
adventure
90s.
launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
There's no game, but I feel like there needs to be more. There used to be so many.
And I'm Cyril from Dotemu.
Today we're very excited to announce Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge for Nintendo Switch system.
This game is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. We took direct inspiration from the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games like Turtles in Time. We're using the classic and famous 87 design with colorful pixel art.
We are really happy to have the game coming to Nintendo Switch, as the platform and features fit the project perfectly.
We hope you like this trailer as much as we do.
See you in Dimension X.
Beat 'em up. So far, the games shown, like interest me. I'm not a beat 'em up guy. I'm not a huge Ninja Turtles fan. Shredder's Revenge.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did we just flash back to the 80s?
Even better. This is a new
Like
game
they
that
all
proudly
or
celebrates
most of them interest me.
The game is reminiscent of
And
classic arcade
I
beat-em-ups,
want to
and it's
learn
got a blend of
more
retro
about some of
and
them.
modern visuals.
But
This
they seem like
side-scroller
games
game
like
makes
I'm not like
as
jumping
they get some
for.
serious
If I
shell,
see them on
dive
sale
into
on the
this
eShop, I'll buy
audacious
them.
game
Like those are
developed
the
by
type of
Tribute
games, right?
Games and published by
Um,
Dotemu, who also published Streets of Rage 4 and Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap.
Okay, so probably gonna be a good beat 'em up.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge comes to
Streets of
Nintendo
Rage
Switch later this
developer.
year. Chris Tales from
Again,
Colombian
what's-
developers
man.
Dreams Incorporated
Fucking
and
art.
draws inspiration from classic and modern
Chris Tales.
JRPGs. What especially stands out about it is the time-traveling aspect of gameplay. You can shift time during combat, which can have a variety of effects,
Ooh, I like
making
that.
enemies younger and thus easier to defeat.
While exploring this handcrafted, dark fairy tale world, you'll recruit a diverse cast of allies and discover new realms.
This
such
is
as the
an
shining
RPG?
Kingdom of Crystallis.
Like turn-based,
Can you stop the Empress from destroying the world? Chris Tales lands on Nintendo Switch July 20th.
Modus.
Showcasing a stylized Japanese aesthetic, Getsu Fumaden delivers a dynamic hack-and-slash roguelite experience filled with perilous dungeons, fierce boss
Again, not a
battles,
fan of this
and
style
intense
gameplay.
skill-based combat.
Delve into the depths of the underworld while mastering a diverse range of weapons and otherworldly
This game looks good
powers
too, though.
to drive back the dark forces dwelling within. Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon, comes to Nintendo Switch next year.
Hola, soy Guille de Lienzo, el estudio mexicano detrás de Aztec Forgotten Gods.
Lienzo.
Hoy estamos súper emocionados de compartir con ustedes por fin nuestro siguiente proyecto, un juego de acción-aventura inspirado en una de las culturas más hermosas del planeta, Aztec Forgotten Gods combina una historia profunda con un universo fascinante y lleno de acción. En Lienzo, estamos muy orgullosos de poder compartir un poquito de México con jugadores en todo el mundo. Esperemos que les guste.
It's Rayquaza! Aztec?
If you're looking for a grand adventure, look no further than Aztec Forgotten Gods. It tells the story of Ashley, a courageous woman who battles colossal deities. The game puts Aztec mythology and futuristic technology front and center.
As
Man, this game looks fun.
Powerful arm
This is probably
traverse
fun.
different areas within a modern Mesoamerican metropolis.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
encounter all sorts of characters to uncover ancient secrets.
I'd say like I'm most
Sometimes
interested in
the
this so
truth
far.
is best left forgotten. Aztec Forgotten Gods soars onto the Nintendo Switch system fall 2021.
Metal too?
안녕하세요. 사우스포 게임즈 대표 박상우입니다. 스컬 더 히어로스 레이어는 로그 요소가 가미된 액션 플랫포머 게임입니다. 저희 스튜디오는 대한민국 전남대학교에 있는 게임 개발 동아리에서 탄생하였습니다. 어릴 적부터 액션 플랫포머 게임에 빠져 살았던 꿈 많은 청년들은
Oh, hell yeah, action platformer.
팀을 이루었고 여러 시행착오 끝에 스컬을 완성했습니다.
Is it 3D though?
세상을 구하기 위해 수많은 몬스터와 마음을 무찌르는 용사와 같은 판타지 클리셰도 재밌지만
클리셰,
반대는
yeah.
어떨까요? 이제 곧 불멸의 최악체 몬스터 스켈레톤의 영웅담이 시작됩니다.
Oh, it's a side scroller. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. There's just a million of them. That's the thing. The Hero Slayer.
Skull the Hero Slayer is a 2D fast-action roguelite where you
Yeah, it
take
looks
on an
friggin'
entire
fast.
army to rescue your king. And the best part, to progress in the game, you'll need to swap abilities, which is done by swapping heads.
With 90 playable characters, I mean heads, each with their own special abilities, plus numerous items and upgrades, there are certainly enough
It's gonna be the next
possibilities
thing
here
that
to make
people
your head
speedrun.
spin.
So get ahead, literally, in Skull the Hero Slayer, launching on Nintendo Switch, summer 2021.
We're nearing the end of today's showcase.
Oh yeah,
Before we go,
it's already
there are
almost
several
been
more
20
indie games
minutes.
we'd like to show you. Please
Here's the big
take a look.
reveal. This is gonna be the game. That's the reason you've waited so long for an Indie World Showcase. Oh no, is this a montage? Yeah, this is a montage. Okay. So they're just showing a bunch of games. It shows the titles. Fez is one of them, obviously. Art of Rally. Okay. It's like the first game that doesn't look good to me. Kiwi? What? What's Kiwi? Looks like a puzzle game. I like this art style. Labyrinth. Pierre the Maze Detective. Cool. Weaving Tides. Huh. House of the Dead remake. Oh my god, it's an arcade shooter. Ender Lilies, the quietest of the night. Beasts of Maravilla Island. This is a more gritty Pokemon Snap. And then Fez. I didn't think Fez was gonna appear anywhere else, because didn't the developer like quit gaming? Like, I'm done. I'm sick of negative reviews. I'm out of here.
Head on over to Nintendo eShop or Nintendo.com for our Indie World sale, available later today.
That was an Indie World sale. There you go. I said I would buy these games if they're on sale, so there you go. I should probably look through that and
everyone at Nintendo,
keep my word.
We'd like to thank our talented community of partners and developers for bringing their games to the Nintendo
So there wasn't
Switch
like a
system.
big special
And thank
reveal.
you
Like Fez
to
is
all
probably
our
that
amazing
reveal.
fans
Fez
for
is finally
tuning
on
in.
the Switch.
To stay up to date with all the latest news from Indie World, please be sure to follow our official Twitter
Yeah.
account.
So it wasn't, like I said,
@IndieWorld.
don't get your hopes up.
Until next time, happy gaming.
Nothing very special going on. Oh.
We spoke too soon.
Never mind.
We actually have one more game to show you.
All right. Why do they do this to me?
Welcome, welcome. First, we're gonna have a little fun tonight, folks. Residents of Covina have reported strange interruptions in their radio broadcasts over the phone. I need visual confirmation of the clouds above Edwards Island. Over. Riley, come in, Riley. Can you hear me? Riley? Riley, are you there?
Oxenfree 2. People are gonna be excited for that one. I've never played the first one yet, so. All right, so that's the big reveal. Oxenfree 2. That's what they held out this Indie World Showcase for. Was Oxenfree 2. So I think for most people, you know, like the I don't want to say diehard Nintendo fans. I don't think that's the right terminology to use, but you know, for most like casual gamers, like really like these are the casual games, but I mean except for like Skull or something like that, but like the type of casual that I mean is, you know, just like they're not following all of these games. They're like, oh yeah, Switch, it has Mario, it has Zelda, all that stuff. I don't think there's anything here to excite those people, you know? I will say that all of these games, except for that car drifting one, look fantastic. A lot of them had great music playing in the trailers. So I love all that. A lot of interesting gameplay mechanics, or just like even stories and stuff where, you know, The Longing, for example, you have like 400 days. There's like a countdown timer. How does that work exactly? I'm not too sure. So like stuff like that is weird. And I want to know more about that kind of stuff and see how you're actually supposed to play that game and what it's really about. But otherwise, for me, the only game that I think I would be adding to my wish list, like just to like keep an eye on it for, like I said, any of these games, I'm getting them if they're on sale. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm like jumping to grab these games right away at launch. But Aztec Forgotten Gods looks like my type of game. I like those 3D action platform. It's not. I don't think it's really a platformer, but you know, 3D action type games. It's an interesting enough premise. It looks nice. It had that like heavy metal plan. So I think like out of all of them, that's the one that interests me the most. But they all look like interesting games. So if I see them on the eShop, there's a sale for them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Looks good. What are the reviews? I'll buy it if it's on sale. But otherwise, like nothing to be excited about. Which I said at the beginning. Lower your expectations. There's not going to be anything exciting. This is just going to be cool little extra additional indie stuff, you know, just stuff to add to your Switch library in between those big game releases. So like you need something else to play. These are those type of games that keep you satisfied in between those games. So overall, I don't think any of the games look bad. I think they all look good, but there's nothing like this wasn't a super hype Nintendo Direct trailer like big event. I will say I was gonna say like E3 soon, but it's not really. It is. I mean, we are getting closer to it. I think it's in the summer. I forget what date it's on. I think it's in June or something. So I mean, it's not that far off. So those big reveals, Nintendo's gonna have a big direct for that. I think the only I think just PlayStation's not showing up to E3. I haven't read the full thing yet for like what E3 is gonna entail, because this year's gonna be different. It's all digital, it's all online, and it's free to access for everyone. So it's gonna be an interesting E3 this year. But Nintendo's definitely going to be announcing something around that time, whether they're at E3 or not, because they always do. So we'll hear more about the big stuff. We're going to hear about the Smash Bros. Character. We might get a Smash Bros. Character announcement before then, let's be honest. Like there might be like a Smash Direct or something. But and I feel like Breath of the Wild 2 can have its own direct as well. But we'll probably hear more about Smash, Breath of the Wild 2, the next Metroid Prime game, Metroid Prime 4. If they're still calling it Metroid Prime 4, because it's completely like scrapped from the first announcement, right? What else is coming out from Nintendo? I don't know. The next Pokemon game, we might know more about that. I doubt it, but we might. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Mario games are on the horizon. I'm just trying to think of their other franchises. A lot of them are dead. F-Zero and all that other stuff. I don't have hope for. I have a bingo card here. The stuff that I want to see from Nintendo. I'm just like, what's the chances of it happening? Metroid Prime Trilogy. I'm just thinking ahead to E3. Metroid Prime Trilogy announcement. I don't have hopes for that. Maybe they're like, you know what? We're delaying Metroid Prime 4. We need to work on getting the trilogy out to hold people over until Metroid Prime 4. But I don't think Metroid Prime is that big of a game to do that. And I have an important call coming, so I'm going to end the stream there. So thanks for watching. I will see you tonight or tomorrow night, hopefully.